PowerNotebooks.com cage match featuring the Asus G750JZ, the MSI GT72 Dominator Pro, and the Alienware 17. With the release of the new GT72, we feel that the Alienware and Asus have a lot of competition on their hands, and what better way to weed out the chaff from the champs than to pit these three systems in a side-by-side competition. We've broken this down into several categories, and we'll announce the winner of each category as we go. We'll let you decide which system is the overall winner.
Starting with the Alienware, our first impression is a sci-fi styling. Its smooth contour and LED accents make it stand apart from any other laptop on the market. And while that's not always a good thing, Alienware pulls it off. The anodized gunmetal finish looks and feels great, and the palm rest and keyboard area have a soft touch finish. Alienware even goes so far as to make the inside of the system look great too, with a magnesium alloy chassis and excellent cable management. The new GT72 looks like a sports car, even going so far as to including headlights and brake lights, and the brushed aluminum LCD lid looks like the hood of a Ford Mustang. Where the MSI truly shines is the palm rest. It features a smoked glass, seamless face with subtle backlight around the touchpad. The bottom of the system is stylish too, and you even be proud to show off what's under the hood. The Asus is going for a stealth bomber look with a matte black soft touch finish and angular lines. The palm rest and keyboard area is a single brushed aluminum piece. The bottom of the system is clean and stylish too. We are giving this round, the Alienware is just one step ahead of the competition across the board, and while we like MSI palm rest more, we are giving it the silver.
This round is pretty straightforward. These are all mobile systems, so the smaller the better. The Asus is the largest, weighing in at 10.6 pounds, 16 1/8 inch wide, 12 1/2 inch deep, and 2 3/8 at its thickest point. The Alienware weighs in at 9.15 pounds, is 16 3/8 inch wide, 11 3/4 inch deep, and 2 inches at its thickest point. Finally, the MSI weighs in at 8.59 pounds, is 16 7/8 wide, 11 5/8 deep, and 1 7/8 at its thickest point. MSI is a clear winner here. With the exception of its width, it's thinner and lighter by a large margin. Alienware is our silver.
All of these systems have an RJ45 wired LAN, HDMI, 3.5mm microphone, 3.5mm headphone, and a mini display port. MSI has 6 USB 3.0 ports, whereas ASUS and Alienware has only 4 USB 3.0. MSI has 3.5mm line in and line out, and Alienware has a 3.5mm inline mic headset. ASUS has a Thunderbolt port, Alienware has an HDMI input, and MSI adds an extra mini display port for its matrix display. It is tough to call a winner in this round because everyone's needs are different. Thunderbolt might be more important than HDMI input or more monitors. We give the gold to MSI though because it has ports on the back of the system, which is very helpful as a desktop replacement. ASUS and Alienware tie for the silver.
All of these manufacturers are optimizing differently. Asus prefers higher temperatures and lower fan speeds, whereas MSI has higher fan speeds but lower temperatures. So we decided to put the fans on full speed and stress the systems to get our thermals. Asus is the coolest, with the GPU coming in at 71 degrees. MSI isn't far behind at 75 degrees, and Alienware is the warmest at 83. As for chassis temperatures, with normal fan speeds, the MSI's and Asus's warmest spots were near the enter key and measured 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Both systems were hot in the back with 100 degrees near the exhaust vents. Alienware was slightly warmer, measuring at 100 degrees near the numeric keypad and 136 in the bottom middle of the system. One piece worth mentioning is the Asus draws heat from the front, and that means that you can use the Asus on your lap, whereas the Alienware and MSI draw heat from below. As for fan noise, these are all big gaming laptops and users shouldn't expect much here. The Asus was the quietest though, coming in at 45 decibels during load. The MSI and Alienware were slightly higher at 47 to 48 decibels. We're giving the Asus the gold here. It's worth mentioning that these are great numbers for 100-watt GPUs, regardless of the brand. MSI gets the silver medal, but considering its size, it's a close contender for me.
This is a tough one because everyone has a different opinion. Starting off with the touchpad, they are all three top-notch with great response and feel. They all have individual buttons and are fully customizable. Alienware's touchpad is a little smaller than the Asus or MSI, but not small enough for a complaint. The MSI stands apart though. It's integrated into the palm rest and looks and feels excellent with the latest Synaptics options. All of these keyboards are excellent, great tactile response, easy to type on, and little to no flex. MSI sports the programmable SteelSeries keyboard with 24 color options and 3 different color zones. Our only complaint on the MSI keyboard is that everything seems congested, where the Alienware and the Asus are more spread out. The Alienware keyboard has the same features as the MSI in terms of colors and programmability, however it has 4 color zones, but the classic keyboard may not be as appealing as the new chiclet style. The Asus keyboard has the modern styling and it's well spaced, but lacks of programmability or color options. While close, we have to give this to MSI, Alienware grabs the silver, and while Asus gets the bronze, it is still a winner. Good audio quality rely on enclosure, wattage, and high quality components. All are present here due to the size and quality of the system, but MSI steps out front. The Dynaudio speakers sound phenomenal and leave little to be desired. Alienware's clip speakers sound excellent as well, but the bass lines are a little flat. Asus Sonic Master speaker are great until turned up, at which point we experience slight distortion. MSI grabs the gold and Alienware the silver. With identical configurations, this system are neck and neck, falling within the margin of error in our benchmarks. MSI Super RAID wins the storage benchmark, but only if you have 4 SSDs in RAID. Alienware can upgrade the CPU, but those performance gains depend on the user. This round is a tie with no clear winner, and the individual will need to decide if RAID 0 or increased CPU performance is necessary for their needs.
This round is about what distinguishes these systems from one another. MSI comes loaded with the little bells and whistles. The XSplit Gamecast software with quick launch button will appeal to those YouTubers out there and comes with 6 months of free service and a discount if you decide to renew. The SteelSeries engine, which allows you to create custom profiles and quickly swap between them with the quick launch button. The killer double shot feature, which allows you to connect to both wired and wireless internet simultaneously. And finally, the Matrix display, which allows you to connect 3 external displays without the need to daisy chain. The Alienware has their command center, which allows you to customize the lighting and create macros and profiles, much like the SteelSeries engine, but there's no hot swap buttons. The HDMI input is great for the photo and video recorders out there, and Alienware also has the option of a 3D 120Hz display. Both MSI and Alienware include a multiplexer, which allows you to disable the Intel integrated graphics, which is a huge plus because while Optimus works well, it still has its little quirks and hurts performance by an average of 3%. Asus doesn't really impress here. It includes a cloud service and a built-in GPU overclocking software. The gold goes to MSI, which packs on the perks. Alienware grabs the silver. This is where we can all cringe a little bit. With the same configuration, Asus and MSI come in at the same price, $2,499. And Alienware is way out in left field at $3,144. It's also worth mentioning that this configuration on the Alienware can't be done through Alienware.com, but Power Notebooks can do it. This round is a tie, with the silver going to Asus and MSI and the bronze to Alienware. Asus and MSI get silver because we would like to see them lower these configurations to the realm of sanity and thus lower the price. The majority of users don't need SSDs in RAID or Blu-ray or 24 gigabytes of memory. Well, that does it for our cage match. Let us know in the comments who won and who would you like to see next. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Until next time.